found out this man has been cheating on me, found him pants down with another woman, and I'm living my truth. There has been a price to pay, but I'm excited about the future. And I love trying new things. So
now, little Miss Amy Robach just called off her engagement to TJ Holmes, and the internet is in absolute chaos. What was supposed to be their fairy tale ending was officially turning into a PR disaster, because word on the streets is that Amy caught TJ cheating at their own engagement party, y'all. The same night he was giving a heartfelt speeches about forever love, he was allegedly sneaking around with another woman behind Amy's back. According to sources close to the situation, Amy was completely blindsided. And here's where it gets even messier. TJ's ex-wife has been throwing all types of shade online ever since the news broke, basically clowning Amy for getting played the exact same way that she once did. And fans are saying this is karma doing what karma does best, and karma is spinning the block hard with this one. So does this mean that Amy and TJ are over for good? And is TJ about to pop up with a new woman like he did with Amy? We have so many questions about this insanity. So let's get into it, y'all. Now, like Nene Leakes said, close your legs to married men and you lose them how you get them. Because as wild as the situation is, a lot of people don't feel sorry for Amy and TJ because, again, their relationship started because they both cheated on their partners with each other. But a couple of days ago, we thought that things were perfect between them because they announced that they had been engaged for a month. Amy said, "We are sharing with all of you that we are engaged, and we've been engaged for just about a month now." And TJ added, "We wanted to let you all know before anybody else was able to. We've learned that lesson, I guess, in the past about our relationship." So when they made this little announcement, fans were convinced that they had escaped karma and would live happily ever after. So imagine how shocked we were when the rumors started swirling around that they had broken up and that Amy had called off their engagement. But what was not surprising was the reason for the breakup. Word on the streets is that they had a party to celebrate their engagement, and TJ allegedly cheated by hooking up with a woman at the party. It's giving fiending for you. At this point, the man's got to have an addiction, because according to an insider, Amy was blindsided by this. She genuinely thought that they were in a great place in their relationship. Now, most of us are not surprised, again, because he was still very much married when he got with Amy. But it turns out that Amy believed that he cheated on his ex, Maria Feibig, because their marriage was shaky and on the rocks. But it gets even worse for her, because word in the streets is that she also found out that TJ had been sneaking around with other women behind her back for the 3 years that they had been together. The sad part is that some people in her circle supposedly knew, but they chose to keep her in the dark too. But that's not all, because according to reports, she finally figured out that TJ was only with her because of the messy scandal of their affair, and he didn't want to look bad, so he was pretty much stuck with her. And to add insult to injury, new reports are saying that Amy wasn't the only woman that TJ was getting down and dirty with on Good Morning America, because allegedly she was just the one that he got caught with.
All the images.
There's that video.
It's almost
there
like a private investigation.
Oh, yep.
How did they not sort it? Their families have to deal with this in real time. And how is everybody scrambling to sort as a daily show? What say you, JP?
I don't know what playbook this.
So from the looks of it, he would have been forced to stick it out with any of his other side pieces if they had been caught together. And y'all, did he allegedly have a whole lot of side pieces at Good Morning America? He was really slanging that thing all around the office, and looks like he still is. Jang-a-lang, jang-a-lang. But reports claim that back in 2015, TJ Holmes was involved with a 24-year-old Good Morning America script coordinator named Jasmine Pettaway. Insiders say that Jasmine had just landed her first major job in television and looked up to DJ as a mentor. She reportedly reached out to him for guidance, but things quickly crossed the line. According to her source, TJ took advantage of her trust, turning what started as a casual after-work drinks into something much more inappropriate. The insider went on to reveal that their relationship eventually turned physical, with the first encounter allegedly happening at TJ's office just hours before he was set to go on air. The source hinted that TJ allegedly played on his role of power over Jasmine for this affair. The source added, "It didn't last long, but you have to wonder if he ever invested in being a mentor at all. Jasmine was a beautiful girl, and he had it all on his terms. He was interested, and then he wasn't. This was a young woman starting out in a difficult industry, looking for role models and mentors, and she got TJ. No one talked about abuse of power back then, but stuff happened. But you want to know what's crazy about all this is while TJ was sneaking around with Jasmine, he was allegedly juggling another affair with a completely different woman who also worked on the show. This man was out here turning the whole workplace into his own personal dating pool. People are now saying that TJ wasn't just reckless, he was a full-blown menace behind the scenes. According to page 6, TJ Holmes was also suspected of having another in-office affair, fling with a younger staffer back in 2015. This reportedly happened around the same time he was already involved with Jasmine Petaway, the script coordinator he allegedly hooked up with in his office. And sources say this second woman was in her mid-20s and worked as an overnight associate producer at ABC during the alleged incident. Insiders claim that one night sometime after 3 a.m., TJ and the staffer were seen inside his office with the door closed, and people nearby allegedly heard movement coming from the room. And when the woman finally stepped out, she looked completely flushed and startled, so it was pretty obvious that they had been up to something. There are many more allegations about him having affairs, but y'all get the gist of it. And the wild thing is that Amy was so clueless about this. The source claimed that she only found out about this after he allegedly cheated at the engagement party, and she was shook to the core. And the source said Amy was blindsided by the volume of boyfriend TJ Holmes' alleged past affairs and feels like she is collateral damage in the scandal. Now this is where things start to get even more chaotic, because the insider claimed that Amy is finally doing the math, and she has come to the realization that TJ is only with her because he allegedly is stuck with her. I guess this kind of explains the reports of their relationship being tense and how they came close to breaking up a couple of times, and surprise, surprise, he lied. Yes, TJ was out here acting up. According to In Touch Weekly, the honeymoon period is definitely over between them. They spend more time fighting than anything else. They bicker a lot more, and the days of them not being able to keep their hands off each other are long gone. According to the sources, the couple is dismayed to find their torrid romance was built on the quicksand of lust, not love, and they do not expect it to last. The bloom is off the rose, and all they see in each other is the person that likely caused their downfall, the insider said. Well, the wheels allegedly started falling off the bus when the two moved into the same New York City apartment, squeezing themselves into a small space together like this while the world turned against them was a recipe for disaster. And this wasn't just a case of press making stuff up or haters trying to paint a narrative, because Amy herself admitted on their podcast that TJ didn't exactly treat her right. On their podcast, Amy revealed that TJ tends to check out after some of their arguments and that causes her to spiral. She said, "Honestly, I would rather have him yell at me than freeze me out for 2 days. I spiral. I don't know what to say, what to do, what he thinks." In the same episode, TJ admitted that he was really bad when it came to communicating with Amy, saying, "I'm really bad about this. I don't scream, I don't yell, I don't name call, I don't get aggressive, nothing, but I will check out," he said, adding, "I have to work through it." But what everybody knows is the reason that he found it so easy to check out was that he wasn't exactly checked in from the start. And unfortunately for her, in addition to getting cheated on, she's also getting clowned on social media. And you know the internet is relentless. Fans have been saying stuff like, "What goes around definitely comes back around. The way you get them can be the way you lose them." Amy didn't know. She knew they cheated to be together. Karma just hit her up, just saying. And why do side pieces always do this to themselves? If a man can betray his family and children like this, of course he'll lie to you and play you as well. There's no way they truly believe that they're the only one. No way you believe anything that motherfucker's saying. And to add salt to injury, word in the streets is that TJ's ex, Marilee Feibig, has also been clowning Amy, and I mean big time. See, while TJ and Amy were playing house, Marilee also moved on with her life. She started dating Amy's ex-husband, Andrew Shue. And I'm not gonna lie, she kinda ate with that one. But I don't wanna even imagine how weird it is for the kids. But it turns out that Marilee and Andrew bonded over the pain of being cheated on. According to sources, the couple has been dating after bonding over the traumatic experience of being cheated on. It turned into something else, and they're connected over their values. It's bigger than the affair now. We're told the hurt is over, and the duo has moved on. They're not heartbroken and sad. Everyone has moved on. And not only is their relationship stable as F, but they also started a multi-million-dollar company, and things are only getting better. But Amy and TJ, on the other hand, haven't been able to find employment in 3 years because of the scandal. And judging by the allegations of TJ sleeping with half the female workforce on Good Morning America, it's no surprise that nobody wants to take the chance. So yeah, Marilee is in a considerably better spot than Amy right now, and word in the streets is that she has been rubbing this in Amy's face, and Amy on her part has come to the conclusion that she might have to deal with TJ's cheating butt forever, unless she chooses to leave now. But honestly, the whole thing just feels like the universe just hit playback on her own scandal, and Amy risked everything for a man who can't seem to stay loyal long enough to make it through an engagement party, and now she's left watching karma drag her through the mud again. Meanwhile, TJ's ex is out here living her best life, unbothered, and actually thriving with Amy's ex-husband. Y'all, you can't make this stuff up. But at this point, Amy's fairy tale has officially turned into a cautionary tale, and TJ, he's just proven that a man who cheats for you will eventually cheat on you. So while Amy's out here trying to piece her life back together, Marilee and Andrew are out here glowing, getting bags, and looking like real winners of this entire mess. Because if the saga made one thing clear and two things for certain, it's that karma might take its time, but when it lands, it never misses.